Hi, welcome back to Helen Phelan Studio and to my channel. Today I have just a quickie Pilates mat upper body and core focused class for you. It's actually a little sneak peek from the holiday stress management challenge we did last month over on my membership platform. So if you like this class, be sure to go back and check that out over on Helen Phelan Studio. And please subscribe and like so I know that you are here. And I would love it if you could also send this class to someone you know who loves a really tough Pilates class. All right, have a good time. I'll see you on the mat. Welcome back to day 6 of our December holiday stress challenge. We're gonna do some upper body work today. And really sneakily, there's some core work in here as well, as always. So find your hands and knees. If you need a moment to just come down into your mat and to bring your focus to this space here and now, let's take just a little cat-cow, arching the back. I'm rounding the back, hugging it all the way in. Inhaling to open it back out. One last time. Bringing it back out to neutral. Hug your rib cage in. But let's slide down and up at the armpits, at the sternum, just a few times because we've got a lot of shoulder bearing stuff on deck today. Last time, lift it all the way up. You're always welcome to pop up to your knuckles instead if being on your wrist is sensitive, or fold up your mat a few times. We get started with a bird dog reach. So you're gonna reach your right arm and your left leg. Exhale. Try to outstretch even longer through the fingers and toes and take it back down. This one's really, really simple. So we're just gonna keep this first round on the more straightforward side. And then I'm gonna give you some options as we continue to move along. Making sure that you're not dropping your abdominal support as you reach the arm and the leg out. So taking your time, remembering to breathe, exhaling as you reach in opposition. Let's go another 4, right and left counts as 1. 3, press away from the ground, especially through the knuckles. Last 2, and then we're gonna head into a side plank after this, last one on either side. So that was just a gentle introduction to what we're doing today. Tipping down onto your right forearm. So be very careful not to collapse into this shoulder. I want to lift up nice and active. This is a lat, an upper back, and a right shoulder exercise. Many options for your side plank. You can be here on your knees or step those legs out to a stagger or a stack. Choose which one is your favorite, and we're going to hold. Pressing up and away from the ground. Give yourself a few deep breaths. Squeeze your bottom, press your pelvis forward. Think about this opening in the hips, hugging the abs all the way up and in, while pressing that arm down to the ground. Give me just about another 10-ish seconds here. If your neck ever gets sensitive, you can take your focus down towards the ground, but can you press your hips forward a little bit more and up a little bit more for 3, 2, and 1. Rest it all the way down. Now, swivel back to those hands and knees, this time on the forearms. You can be on your hands too if you prefer, but I think it's nice to just give the wrists a little break. Step it out to plank. Whether you want your knees down or not is your call. And this one, again, really, really simple. I'm just holding, but while I'm holding, I'm trying to pull my elbows towards my toes. I want it to be shaky and quaky. Should not be like a resting position. Everything is working here. The more you pull your elbows towards your toes, the more you feel it deep in your core. And the more you lift up and away from the ground, the more support you have through those postural muscles of the upper back. We're here for 4. 3, using your breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the throat. One more time. Taking it all the way back down. And of course, back to that other side plank. So remember, you can be on your knees. I want you to choose the variation that made sense for you on the first side. Lift yourself up. And here we are again, just for a simple hold. Like I said, this first round through, just nothing too crazy for the brain. We're thinking about our form. And then the next 2, the second and the third round, I'm going to give you a little more to play with if you want it. Shoulders are nice and open. Hips are stacked on top of one another. Make sure both hips are facing forward. Squeeze into your bottom just a little bit. Hug those Bottom waistlines, bottom armpits up and away from the ground while pressing that entire forearm. Even that gap underneath your wrist down through the floor. A few more deep breaths for 3, 2, and 1, setting it all the way down. All right, give yourself a little shoulder shrug up and around. I want you to flip over onto your bottom now. We're getting ready for some tricep dips. So far we've been doing mostly shoulders and core. This is gonna get into the backs of our arms. So you'll bridge your hips up, squeezing into your bottom, look straight up at the ceiling. Dip down, bend at the elbows, lift it right back up. If you need to readjust your feet, that's also totally fine. Inhale down, exhale up. What I don't wanna do is lock out at the top, and I don't wanna start to cave my shoulders in. So open up, even giving your hips a little stretch by squeezing into those glutes and pressing your hips to the sky. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up. We should feel the backs of our arms right away. We're here for 5, 4, point those elbows to the wall behind you. 3, 2, and 1, lift it all the way up, set it back down. Okay, we come back to the beginning. Heading into but round 2. Back to our bird dog. It stays the same, I'm just adding an additional crunch into it. So it's a little bit more time on each shoulder. You'll reach right arm forward, take it into a crunch, reach it all the way back out, change sides. Left arm forward, right leg back. Hug that crunch in, press it all the way down. So you will feel your core, but I want your focus to be on pressing away from the ground, lifting from the armpit, but also driving down at the arm. So I'm pulling that energy apart in opposite directions. Hug it in for that resistance on the crunch. Maybe add some ankle weights onto this if you want to feel a little more connection to your glutes. I'll never be mad at that. Last time here, left arm, right leg. Pop it down into your side plank setup once again. Now, you can hold like we did on side 1, or you can add a little hip lift. So if you're on your knees, it's the same thing, pressing your hips up and down. Or if you're on your toes or on a staggered leg, totally up to you, but those hips are lifting. Lifting on the exhale, softening on the inhale, so don't rush it. Exhaling on the lift, inhaling on the down. Driving down and away from the floor, or driving down into the floor while lifting away from the floor. Make sure this top hip is facing forward. Give yourself a smile. This is hard work. You're doing a great job. For 5, 4, feel that strong bottom side of your body. Last 2, and 1. I'll stretch it at the end, I promise, but come back. On the hands and knees, you can be on either the hands or those forearms again. Find your plank position, squeezing into your glutes, and then this time, I'm gonna give it a little rock forward and a little rock back. So if you're on your knees, you can give me a little hinge at the hips and rock it back to that plank. But if you're in your forearm plank, do your best to not let your butt get higher than your shoulders. Squeezing your butt the whole time, and think about not just rocking the body forward, but opening up at those collarbones. Nice proud posture as you shift front. For 5, 4, try not to move faster than you can breathe. We're gonna go back to that side plank on side 2. And last time. Squeeze your bottom, soften it down. Bring it into that side plank setup. Your knees can be down if you want them. Remembering what you chose on side 1, so you're matching things. Lift it up, find your side plank. And here we lift the hips up and down an inch. Exhaling up an inch, inhaling down an inch. And I'm really specific about that breath sinking to the movement, so I do not want you to rush this. You know, it's uncomfortable. We tend to speed through the things that are uncomfortable, but slow down, sit with it, or dip with it, if you will. Pilates jokes, lifting up an inch and down an inch. Make sure you're supported from this armpit. Let's go just for 5. Squeeze your bottom. 4, 3, 2, and 1, soften it down. Whew. Roll those shoulders down and back. Back to your dip setup on your bottom. Now, the only thing I'm going to change here is giving you the option to make it feel a little heavier in your arms by crossing your right ankle over your left thigh, almost like a figure 4 stretch. I still want to reach for height here, and then take it down and up. I don't want to lead with my butt. It's a different exercise. I want to lead with my triceps. Inhaling down, exhaling up. Being careful not to lock it out at the top. We have 10, 9, use your breath. 8, no hip hiking on either side. 4, 3, squeeze those triceps as you lift. Last time, whew, set it down. Again, shoulder circle it out. We're hitting our last and our final round. So, layering one more deal onto this bird dog. It's going to start with that reach, but instead of going forward with the arm, I'm taking the arm behind my head, the hand behind my head. Reach out, right arm, left leg. You're going to twist open to the right. You can even plant this foot for the twist. And then take it back to the crunch. And we're going to do 5 here before we switch sides. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, spiral it open. Keep pressing away from the ground. Remember that left arm, that left shoulder is working very hard here. One final time. Take it down to the ground. Change out that arm. Reach it out. You can keep this foot on the floor if you like. And twist open. Enjoy that spiral. Hug it in. Open to twist. Hug it in. I love this exercise. Yes, it is very hard, but it's doing so many things, like opening up tension through the spine, building strong shoulders. Last 2. And 1. Set it down. Last right side plank of the day. You're on your right elbow. Your legs are extended. We lift it up. Now, bottom knee can be down if you want it. Otherwise, we're going to take that top leg, lift it up, tap it down. You're also welcome to hold that plank. That is fine with me. Exhale as you lift it. Inhale as you lower it. Shoulders away from the ears, long neck. We have 5. Take your time. Don't rush it. 4. Maybe even pauses and lifts and stings. 2. 1. Hold it for a breath. Set it down. Okay, back down to that last front plank. Now, instead of just shifting my whole body front and back, I'm going to take it one arm at a time. So I'm going to reach through the right, bring it back in. Or reach through the left, bring it back in. You can be on your toes if you want. We have 10. Right and left counts as 1. 9. Strong posture. Lift up away from the ground without letting your butt get higher than your shoulders. Stay with me. Drop to your knees if you need to. But keep breathing, keep moving. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2, almost there, almost there. You can do this. Last one. On either side. Woo, holy moly. I could tell my butt was starting to hike higher and higher as we did that. But it's okay. It's really hard. We're not going to do every movement perfectly, even when we're really conscious of our alignment. Option to keep that bottom knee down. You know the drill. It's your last side plank of the day. Unless you decide to add this quickie class onto something else. And this top leg is lifting up, softening down. Lifting up, softening down. Make sure those hips are facing forward, really tempting to tip it back. Give me 5 more. Shoulder stacked, hip stacked. It's 2. This last one is a hold for just a breath. Lift it, stay, inhale, and exhale, set it down. Final movement, flip onto that back. We're just gonna cross our leg the other direction. So you're gonna lift up to that high bridge. Take your left ankle on top, lift, lift, lift. Our final push of movement. After this, we get a little bitty stretch. Inhale down, exhale, open the chest at the top. Inhale down, exhale, open the chest at the top. Triceps on fire by the end of this. If you need 2 feet on the ground, if you need a break, you take it. But we're gonna go for another 10. Join me back in when you're ready. Use your breath. Cathartic exhale at the top. Last 5. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Woo, set it down. Breathe. Come onto your bottom. It's almost funny at the end when you can't work any harder, when things are super intense. You just gotta laugh, right? It's not that serious. Roll those shoulders down, around, and back. Shake off any tension. Right arm up to the ceiling. Nice side bend. There was a good amount of core in there today, so give the core a nice opening stretch. And then try to get this stretch deeper into your lats by concentrating on the reaching action and breathing through the right side ribs. Come back upright. Opposite side, left arm up to the sky, big side bend. You want to keep that left butt cheek anchored to the floor. Concentrate on the effort of the reach out through that top arm. Then focus your breathing, puff up this pocket of air inside the left rib cage. Coming back upright. And that is our class for today. I hope you're feeling really strong. I find that doing upper body work is really empowering for me because I feel like, yeah, I can do anything now. So I hope that's how you're feeling. I'd love to know. Drop a comment below or find us over in the group. And we're chatting about this challenge all 2 weeks long. So I can't wait to hear how it's going. Talk soon.